Ohanaeze and Niger Delta leaders have expressed support for the Yoruba's demand for the restructuring of Nigeria. The Yoruba summit was convened to deliberate on the position of the Yoruba on restructuring and the future of Nigeria. With me in the studios to discuss this is a political analyst, Agboola Odunfa. Thanks for coming on the news. Now, the Igbos are now supporting the Yoruba on the call for restructuring of Nigeria. How much or how huge a step is this, saying that for different regions, restructuring means different things? Since the clamor for restructuring began, it meant different things, but now we are seeing the Igbos supporting Yorubas for the call for restructuring.
Yes, you're right. It goes a long way to tell you that the Igbos are actually working in line with what the IPOB leader has requested for restructuring, and the quest for restructuring from the Yoruba leaders are different from what the Igbos are asking for. Because it's a call for restructuring, they have decided to support without knowing the full context or understanding or coming to a conclusion.
So maybe you can make us understand what the difference is right now.
Okay, like the Yorubas are asking for decentralization into 6 zones, you know, which will give power to the people, and of course, what we should look at actually is that the APC, when PDP was in government, they actually asked for restructuring, and they didn't get it. Now APC have taken over and they've been quiet about restructuring. Now the PDP and some elements are calling for restructuring, and the people that are calling for restructuring are people that are, most of the people that have fell out with the current government.
Well, the focus now is on the fact that different tribes are coming together to, you know, have one voice, restructuring, resource control. And like from what you said, what the Yorubas are clamoring for is totally different. But the umbrella body is the fact that they want a restructuring through physical federalism. And from what you have seen, how would you want it tailored if you are to have a true physical federalism that will represent the ideals of the people as the Yorubas are clamoring for it?
In my own opinion, I won't support restructuring for now, though it's a good move, it's a good quest, it's a good thing. But who had the people clamoring for restructuring? What do they actually want? Can they actually manage if the country is restructured? Can they be trusted with the wealth of the zone which they represented? Look at it. We had democracy in place. We've had democracy since independence. How have we fared? And these leaders, most especially the governors that are given allocations, what have they done with it? And when the country is restructured, most of these governors will become frontliners. So how have they fared? How have they been good to their people? How have they managed this resource in their care? Now, they ran into problems. They couldn't pay salaries. They got bailout. They still couldn't pay the salary. They got Paris Fund. They still couldn't pay salary. Are these the kind of people who are going to be trusted?
So what do we do? What if it is not restructuring and if they cannot handle resources themselves?
We should first restructure ourselves. Get a proper discipline. We should be disciplined. We should do what democracy asks of us.
How do we go about it?
Okay, proper delivery of dividend to the people, which gives us good representation, which gives the people what they actually want. Now, say for instance you get an allocation and there are projects which is in the budget. It should be properly monitored and properly delivered to the people. These finances are cornered. That is why I don't support restructuring, because it's going to create a lot of problems. It's going to create more states. It gives more power to these leaders. Now, if the federal government wants to do it, they should give, the states are asking for state policy, they're asking for ability to generate power. They should give them that. They should see.
Okay,
they should,
so certain things should be picked,
should
not
be picked.
everything.
It should be done gradually to avoid chaos in the future. Now, if restructuring gets the final approval, it's still going to create chaos, because what the Yoruba want is different from what the Igbos want. It's different from what the Ijaws want.
We're running out of time, so I will have to leave the discussion here at this point. Political analyst Agboola Odunfa, thanks for your time on TVC News.